We now come to the final talk of the session. Title is Accenture's Role in Advancing Clients' Quantum Journeys. It's my pleasure to invite Karishma, Khanna and Syamasundar Gopasana from Accenture. May I request the speakers to kindly begin the presentation.
Good evening, everyone. I realize we are the last one in the row, and I'm probably standing between you and the beautiful Bangalore traffic outside, so we'll keep it short and sweet. It has been an absolute pleasure today to be a part of IISc Quantum Pitch Fest, a forum that brings together not only incredible science, but most importantly, brilliant minds, talking to and meeting and hearing from researchers, from academic experts, from our innovators at startups and the industry teams has been wonderful. This is exactly the platform we need to move quantum from a promise into a reality. At Accenture, we've spent more than a decade. I think we celebrated 100 years of quantum recently. At Accenture, we've been working at it since 2010, 15, 16 odd years. We've been exploring not just the science behind it, but more importantly, asking a very simple question. How do we translate quantum into real business outcomes? We are looking at it primarily grounded in applied research. So if you think about quantum algorithms that can solve real-world scenarios, whether we talk about logistics from a supply chain optimization perspective, finance, fraud detections, molecular simulations, we just spoke about biointelligence as well, quantum sensors for neural sensing, the whole gamut. Our goal has been to separate hype from genuine capability. And while the full-scale production and deployments are still quite limited, everything is very much in experimentation mode, just seeing the acceleration of progress in terms of the hardware, the software, the algorithms, and the work that the brilliant minds here are doing, it gives me a lot of confidence to see where we are headed. I'd like to take also a moment to talk about our team, Accenture's team behind the work that's happening. We call them our next-gen computing team, so my colleague Shyam here will speak to you about it as well. We are looking at it from an end-to-end perspective. So what you see behind me is what we call our Quantum Foundry. It's essentially our end-to-end capability hub that we have created to address what our clients need the most. So we look at it, or we start at it from a strategic advisory perspective in terms of what our business priorities really are. Next, we look at how do we do the right use case engineering. I think there's a lot being discussed today as to what is something that can be solved with classical methods and systems versus what really requires the power of quantum computing. So we do a very detailed study in that respect. We look at how do we bring the technology arm and the technology body together. And then the talent is something that we not only develop in-house, but we also ensure that we augment it with the right ecosystem partnerships. All of this, of course, is underpinned with a very, very keen eye on design by security or security by design. So at this point, I will make some quick call outs to our ecosystem partners. We've lost the... As the ecosystems and startup enablement director within Accenture, my goal is always to make sure that our partners, our clients, Shyam, you need to fix this. Our partners and clients are constantly getting the best of the ecosystem delivered to them. From that respect, we do a lot of partnerships with startups. So this is a call out to all of you. If you have a good idea, if you have a tenured solution, if you have something that we can work together with our clients on, please do reach out to us. We do look at advanced level experiments which turn prototypes into tangible and measurable results. And that is something that we can take back to our clients so that they can impact their business outcomes. I'll also take one last moment to give a big thank you to IISc. I think we've had an incredible partnership over the years. So I don't know if the professors are here, Professor Arintham, and we met quite a few of them today. I think it has been an incredible journey. We look at all the work that we are doing not only as academic research, but as something that will truly inform how the journey of quantum is going to be in the real world. So with that, I would like to appreciate each one of you for the quality of research and the energy and the solutions you're bringing to the table. I'll hand over to my colleague Shyam. One last request is all of you put together need to solve the Bangalore traffic problem. That is the one thing you need to take away from this whole conference. Shyam, if you can talk a little bit more about what we do with Accenture.
Thank you, Karishma. My name is Syam. I lead the quantum division at Accenture. I work under the leadership of my esteemed leaders, Dr. Shubhashish and Dr. Sri Kumar, who are present over here. There is a very good African proverb. If you wanted to go fast, you need to go alone. But if you wanted to go far, you need to go together. So Accenture alone can't solve many of the world's problems in the business and society. That is why, especially in the quantum area that we lead with, we partner with a lot of entities, startups across the globe, India as well, and large tech providers like Microsoft, Google, IBM, recently NVIDIA as well, and consortium of companies that are sponsored by governments or NGOs, and obviously the academic partnerships that we have had in the last few years with universities in US, Europe, and now in India as well. So the green bar talks about some of the companies that we have, companies or entities that we have had very good partnership. QPI, one of the companies that is being operating in Bangalore, we have evaluated their QPI optimization solver, and we are inviting them to our client conversations. For example, there was a European GCC visit that happened last month, and we invited them where we can jointly collaborate with them. Quantum Foundry is a startup that is being incubated out of ISC, and we are working on a sensing project with them. We'll showcase a little bit more. NVIDIA, last year or 2 years back, we have had a lot of KT or knowledge transition session from them. And we have purchased some of their credits through programs, and we were able to run a lot of interesting algorithms on them. QETCI is the think tank from Hyderabad, and we work with them to write deep research reports for organizations like the Government of India or World Economic Forum. And of course, we have had a long-standing relationship with the Indian Institute of Science. So we have had a broad success stories from our industry clients in multiple industries, finance, energy, etc. For the sake of confidentiality, we did not name all of them, but for the ones that we have approvals, we can say that we have worked with Elia Group for their energy grid optimization, BBVA on a multiple banking optimization problems as well as fraud detection, Biogen for their molecular modeling, and several of the insurance companies in France and in Japan, wherein I have had the opportunity to work with the Japanese clients of ours for one of their insurance optimization problem. And we also contribute a lot to the thought leadership, for example, with World Economic Forum, with MIT, etc., because that is important as well, not just development, but also educating the business leaders as well as government leaders to understand the impact and importance of emerging tech like quantum. And also it is important to differentiate between hype and real world benefit that comes out of these emerging tech. One call out I would like to make is that our own Accenture Labs team, me and Sri Kumar, have submitted our entry, Accenture's first entry into the International Supercomputing Conference. This is based out of a kernel-based machine learning method that we have developed ourselves and run on both IBM systems as well as a tensor network operations model on NVIDIA systems for as part of the DST conference, DST contest. Talking about the World Economic Forum, I have had the opportunity for about 15 months to be a quantum industry fellow, where I spoke to a lot of the developers, IBM for example, Quantum, and also end customers of people who have used these quantum techniques like Cleveland Clinic, Saudi Aramco, etc. and all, to try to understand what are the best practices they have had to follow in order to be successful, and what are the roadblocks that newcomers need to overcome. because that will be that has been being documented in these international reports that you can access for free. Anyone on the internet can access it for free. So somebody who is starting out as a new quantum computing company or a services-based organization, they can have the ability first-hand view of what worked well in the past and what could be the areas of opportunities for the next generation. So we don't just look at highlighting the use cases, but we also did a mapping of what is the business potential of them for the industry use cases, and by when you can actually reach maturity for them. So is it a research project? Is it a proof of concept project? Because just by reading through their fancy marketing articles, you will not get a full view of it. And we, with our development experience, will look at it from a hawk's eye, really looking at the real impact and then documenting it on these forum reports that will be helpful for people who wanted to go and implement. So this was a report from Jan 2025, wherein it is a consolidated report for all business verticals. But later we got a request to do a deep dive on each individual industry, and I've had the opportunity to work with many of these reports, starting with telecom, then finance, then manufacturing, healthcare, and energy transition. You can see my name there. And later, by people who read these reports, actually from the industry also, they came back to us and said, can you write a piece on quantum for logistics, etc., like that. So there is a lot of interest going on in the business circles as well, not just in the research and government agencies. I would like to talk about what we have been doing with the STM organization of Indian Institute of Science. Between 2022 and 2024, we have had two projects. One of them is led by Professor Apurva Patel, who is sitting right in front of me, where we had the opportunity to learn a lot about quantum many-body correlations for systems like nano-confined water. And we understood the nitty-gritties of various workflows like variational quantum eigensolver, the opportunities with them. So after that project, interestingly, there is a parallel project on metal organic frameworks that we are working with Professor Prabal Maiti, again from physics department. So we put these together, and there was a global Accenture innovation contest where we proposed running VQE algorithms for these MOFs, binding energy for adsorption of carbon dioxide. Luckily, there was a jury from Quantum technology leaders, and they liked our approach, and they have given us free credits on to run the same algorithms, our models on Quantum hardware, and access to their Quantum researchers who have already been working on the energy side problems for Quantum. So in the next few months, we'll be working with them closely and trying to create a research grade publication out of it. The other interesting project which we had was with Professor Chiranjeev Bhattacharya, where in 2022, many were working on kernel-based machine learning and supervised side of quantum QML. But we have had a different approach of looking at it from a quantum unsupervised learning, where we explored quantum Boltzmann machines, and there have been a lot of presentations. One also you can see from, again, Apurva sir. So what we have done during that period was we developed the algorithm with IISc, and we ran them as simulations on a local CPU. And last year, with the credits that we could get from India DST's National Quantum Challenge, we were able to run a GPU-fied version of the same models on NVIDIA's A100 systems. And we could achieve up to 60% speed up on what we could achieve earlier on CPUs. And we didn't stop there. So right now, just a few weeks back, we have submitted a proposal to run the same algorithm on a QPU-fied version of it on Google's Willow chip, which is really a niche one that is really suitable to run this algorithm on that chip. So we, as part of Accenture, really don't want to throw any arbitrary problem at a quantum computer or a quantum-inspired computer and expect improvement, because we have had a lot of research background and we know what works well for which quantum system. So we look at the problems that are coming from our clients, and we propose which quantum hardware and quantum software stack is really suitable to run it on them. I would like to highlight that this is a very good example of what the government is calling as building in India and building for the world, because this knowledge is actually coming from the professors over here and our developers over here, and we are showcasing it to the world and trying to get the attention to us, and we are also taking it to our clients globally, not just in India. So the knowledge is not just being as part of a research engagement between ISC and Accenture, but we are taking it to much greater levels. I already spoke about the credits that we could get from India's DST for running these QBMs on NVIDIA chips. We also have extended the research project that we have submitted to the German conference of ISC HPC. We ran it again on a much larger GPU of NVIDIA A100, and that also got published by the iHub Quantum Tech Foundation. This is another interesting project. This is actually currently going on between Professor Arindam Ghosh's team and a startup called Quantum Foundry, and Accenture is providing the software part of the project. They are creating a new type of photo detector which can capture responses from within the blood responses during certain stimuli, much more effective than what classical silicon photo detectors can achieve. And this is based out of a patent that they have had with Professor Arindam's teams and Balaji's team. And right now, the packaging is done for a classical silicon photo detector. We have had a demo also in our booth. And right now, we are also moving to achieve it with a quantum photo detector, which has the ability to get a better signal about 10,000 times, 1,000 times, and that can look at the opportunities of probing biological signals that were not earlier possible using the classical systems. And the benefit of the software experience that myself and Swatantra, the developer who is working on this project, we were able to get a project for ourselves within Accenture, where there was a large European firm working on a magnetic sensor, and our software expertise to create a similar software stack for them has helped us to win that project for us. So these are the multi ways in which we can win opportunities. Now, as the motto of this event is to attract the startups, and typically what we look at as part of looking what Accenture can provide and what startups will provide. So we bring in a lot of this business expertise, the industry expertise, by solving problems for real world clients, and how to integrate the target startups or hardware providers or software providers stack to the enterprise integration. And for that startup to be really partnering with us, we really can't go with just marketing material. We have to benchmark the details by ourselves. So first of all, we would need benchmark details for some of their previous success stories. We have to evaluate them, and then we need to evaluate it ourselves so that we gain our confidence before we take it to our clients. That's how we have done it for other startups that, for other projects that we have done, and just the same exercise that we will be doing. And ours is not focused on primarily showcasing quantum per se. We always want to address our customers' problems, so that the target destination is always to solve them. Everything else is just a journey towards it. With that, I would like to thank my esteemed leaders as well as the ISC team members for giving us the opportunity. If there are any questions, we can take them up.
Thank you for the insightful presentation and for sharing Accenture's vision and initiative in supporting clients on their quantum journey. As a token of appreciation, I would like to present the memento to Karishma, Khanna and Syamasundar Gopasana.